boxing fans. Welcome to the brand new boxing discussion show. We search out a lot of boxing, latest news, views and gossip from the boxing world. We pull no punches. Press the button, subscribe.
Morning, fight fans. I am shattered from stopping up and watching all of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson show. I just thought I'd come in here and give a quick review of what I thought and give my opinions and just to see what fight fans think, whether they agree with me, whether they don't. Basically, I got up to watch the three main fights, what I thought there were on the card. The first one, which I thought was an absolute excellent fight, which was the WBC World Welterweight Championship, which was the fight between Mario Barros and Abel Ramos. Brilliant fight. Barrios started very well. Some brilliant exchanges early on, landed some great shots. And Abel Ramos come into the fight. He knocked Barrios down. And it was a very, very close fight, I thought, in the end. And I'm glad the judges saw it like that. They gave it a draw. Going forward, I think that they might run it back. They probably will. And I'd be very, very happy to watch that again. Because I thought from how I started the card, I thought it was a brilliant start to the show. After that, we then went on to Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano 2. I've got nothing but praise for this fight. It was absolutely epic. If you're going to tune into this fight card, this is the fight that you need to tune in for. This is the fight that I told everybody would steal the show, would be the fight of the night. And that is exactly what happened. It was just 10 rounds again of absolute brutality. Serrano got a cut very early on from Katie Taylor using the head. We've seen this before from her. It happened again in this fight. And I don't want to overshadow this fight because of Katie Taylor using the head. But she was going in using the head quite a lot. And I think at times, the referee, rightly so, deducted her a point. And that was right for me. But she did continue to do it again. And after the fight, Amanda Serrano's corner was not happy at all. But I personally had Amanda Serrano winning the fight by a round. The judges gave it unanimous decision to Katie Taylor, all by a round. I wouldn't call it a robbery at all. I've seen some people on social media calling it a robbery. I don't think it was a robbery, but I wish that Serrano won it a little bit because that makes it 1-1, and we'd definitely see the trilogy then, because to see that fight again, it was just fantastic. Serrano's cut, how the hell she carried on. She's an absolute warrior. I thought the doctors were going to call the fight off early, but they didn't. And I'm glad they didn't as a spectator of watching that fight. But seeing her eye at the end of that fight was pretty gruesome. But hats off to them both. They put on a brilliant, epic display. And I'm actually going to watch it back again this morning. And I'll probably watch it back again tomorrow because it was that good. But them two fights I've just told you about, superb. Then we went on to Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. And this is where things went downhill. It was just, I don't know where to start with it, apart from Mike Tyson walked to the ring looking his usual savage self. He got in the ring. He had a couple of rounds in him. He threw some big shots. Couple glanced on Jake Paul, nothing major, but he looked like he had the intentions. 2 rounds went by. Tyson was doing this strange thing, which he has done in the past in his fights, where he was doing this biting on his gloves. It was becoming apparent, it was becoming very regular. Was he in discomfort? Was he in pain? But there was something not right. This constant biting of the gloves just made you think, what is going on here? And then as 2 rounds went by, he slowed down, and he had absolutely nothing left. And once again, on social media, I saw quite a lot of people saying it was sad to see, it was an embarrassment, and I cannot disagree with them. I just cannot disagree with any of them comments. It was just a 58-year-old grandfather who was a legend of the sport doing it for a payday, unfortunately. Jake Paul, even at times, looked like he was holding back and taking it easy, looking to just jab, coast through the fight and not hurt Mike Tyson. And even the crowd was upset with things. They were booing very, very early on. And in all honesty, I was very happy when the fight ended. But for me, it overshadows the other two fights on the card before that were very, very good. Not very good, they were excellent. Excellent fights that deserved to be on another card that would have had a great main event with it. But instead, they've gone with that main event. And I do feel sorry for them fighters in a way that it was on that card, because if they had a main event to follow rather than Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, that card would have been superb. But instead, that was the main event, and it was just, it was what it was in the end. We move on, we accept it, but Mike Tyson, we understand why you've done it, but please take that payday, sail off into the sunset. You're 58 now, you're in fantastic shape, but you know, you can't keep doing that anymore. 2 rounds and you was done. Even in the corner, he looked at the end, couple of rounds to go, he looked like, please just get me out of here, I'm done. I thought the comments at the end of the fight, you know, it was all nicey nice, but I thought some of the comments at the end from Mike Tyson was, you know, full props to Jake Paul, you know, he's a very, very good fighter. I even felt a little bit that, you know, that he was sort of like, the payday made him say those things. Let me get out of here. I'm happy to say what I've got to say and move on. Couple of people have said to me, oh, I believe it was scripted and that. For me, it wasn't scripted. It was just a young 27 active boxer who has turned to pro boxing against a 58-year-old legend of the sport who's now a grandfather. I don't think it was scripted at all. But, you know, I'm interested to see your comments. And it was an event that was very good up until the main event. But the main event is what sold the show. So I'm glad it's over now. We move on. All likes and subscriptions, comments below. I'm interested to see your comments below. I don't think I'm going to go back to bed now. I'm up. I'm ready to go on to tonight's show on DAZN, which will be Chris Billum Smith and Zerdo Ramirez. But have a great day. Thanks for watching my video. And like I say, like, subscriptions, comments. Thank you.
Boxing fans, welcome to the brand new boxing discussion show. We'll search out a lot of boxing, latest news, views, and gossip from the boxing world. We pull no punches. Press the button, subscribe.